But I actually kind of wanted to start this off. I feel like here lately I've been trying to start this off strong.
Well, we don't have to. I'm going to tell a story.
You want to tell a story?
Yeah, I'm going to tell a story.
Okay.
Because last time I didn't actually get to tell my second story. Because remember when Prather was over here and we, I ended with a story and I said I'm going to start next week off with a story.
Yeah.
So I'll start this week off with a story.
Okay.
Now that it's been like a month and a half.
No, it's been too long, yeah.
I still remember my story.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah.
So what's the story?
Alright, so I sprayed a skunk.
Alright, so in my head, I'm just imagining you whipping out your member and pissing on a skunk, which I'm sure is not what you did.
No, I sprayed him.
With what?
I got him first.
With what?
Pepper spray.
Oh, how'd that work?
I maced him and he was like, he looked at, it was like a little baby skunk.
Oh.
He was like about this big or so.
Why did you raise a baby skunk?
Well, okay, so I was sitting in the house.
Okay.
I was sitting in the house and all of a sudden it smelled like skunk. And I was like, great, a skunk just sprayed.
Yeah.
And so I walk out back with my flashlight and I see a possum, a little baby possum. And then I see beside him a baby skunk.
Oh, they were just playing around.
And they were like, they both looked up at me like, and the possum that looked at me like, I'm upset. I don't like what just happened. And then he starts walking away. And then the skunk's just like, what's up, bro? And I'm like, pepper spray. And he's like, oh, God, okay. And he like looking at me because I walked him out like a police officer, marching him out of the fence. So I'm just like flashlight on him. And everything, and I'm like, okay, possum's good, okay, fine. And he's like, oh, dude, bro, I'm okay, man, I'm just walking out. And I just walked him all the way to the edge of the fence, and he left, and
Alright. That's ridiculous.
I sprayed a skunk.
Sprayed a skunk?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get sprayed by a skunk.
No, I feel you. That'd be terrible. I wouldn't hang out with you for a little bit. Not gonna lie, because that smells awful.
It takes a while to go away. Yeah, so I sprayed a skunk. That's my story. That was the story I was going to tell last month.
Alright. Dude, I've been having so many...
My string popped.
Oh, so that was what I saw in there. Okay.
Oh, no. It's fine. I can still play the song.
Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Bear thing. Bear thing. Bear thing. I don't know what I wanted to do with that. Bear thing. Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Alright, so...
I gotta change my strings out.
So, at work...
Give me some practice.
This isn't even what I was going to talk about, because I said I was going to start strong, but no, I'm going to lead into it. Well, kind of.
But I didn't finish talking about what I was talking about outside.
The skunk? Oh, outside.
Before we came back in.
Well, hurry up. It's taking a long time.
Well, yeah, I got a little sidetracked. So it was just great to see Wolf again on EFAP 100. For those since you weren't here at the beginning, a very British version is a podcast I really like. Just celebrated their 2-year anniversary. They did a 30-hour live stream.
So far, right?
And I got to listen to all of it except for when I was sleeping. I listened to the whole thing except for like the 6 to 8 hours I slept. And it was great. It was freaking great.
6 to 8 hours?
Yeah, I know. I got lucky. But so the first best was that Downward Thrust was on it. Second best thing was that Wolf was on it. This is not in actually particular order. There's just four great things that happened.
Yeah.
The third great thing was that they went and reviewed another Jared Genesis video, which they haven't done since basically 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They did another video by him where it was his review of Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And it was amazing to have them do another.
Was his review good?
No, that's kind of the point. Is that Jared Genesis is amazing. He's an amazing person. He's a great guy. I think he's awesome.
But
he might be a pedophile. I think he's actually admitted to it before, which is why he's not on YouTube anymore.
What?
Since 2017. But great guy. I'm not gonna hate on him.
What?
might be a pedophile. Pretty sure he admitted to it, but I don't know enough to be like judgmental. It could just be claims. Like people could have just claimed he's a pedophile.
And what, he was just playing along with it, which is a bad idea.
You don't play along with it. I don't know. I don't know enough to actually judge the guy.
Yeah, no, I don't judge people without actual evidence first.
Yeah, I don't know enough to judge the guy, but he's just very entertaining, and just because he's so like authentic. His YouTube videos are so authentic, like dirty, messy rooms. Doesn't wear a shirt.
Yeah,
has Hot Wheels glued to the wall. You know, like
that's just considered authentic. That's just considered that weird.
Exactly. He doesn't hide how weird he is. He's just very authentic. He talks like there was one quote he has where he was like, "I'd rather be an idiot than think some opinion or whatever." And it's like, what a great quote. Like, I'd rather be stupid. Like. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd rather be stupid than just about anything. Like,
no. Honestly, okay, so that's
one
all
more.
weird.
Yeah, there's one more. The fourth greatest part of it was a 30-minute, super impressive, 30-minute, passionate, with a little bit of voice acting. Emphasis when needed, like a great I would say he could read books professionally.
Yeah.
The guy that read it. What was his name? I just know him as the Blessed Pikeman, but that's not his name. That's the nickname Jared Genesis gave him.
The Blessed Pikeman?
Pikeman. Because his avatar is a puppet smoking a pipe.
That's awesome.
So he's the Blessed Pikeman. I forget what his actual channel is.
That's a shame.
Yeah, anyways, it's not important though. But the thing is, so he spent a half hour giving the most in-depth, amazing, voice-acted book reading of an Avengers, what's the one, what's the one after,
Infinity War?
No, Endgame. Endgame, the one after Infinity War, right?
Okay.
Endgame. An Endgame gay parody. Where Ant-Man has sex with Thanos to save the world. And it was just so well done. He read it so well. It was a good half hour long.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't like fanfics because of that. They always go...
I mean, it was technically a fanfic, but the authors seemed very professional.
Dude, some of these fan art authors are actually really good authors. They always go... sexual.
Well, yeah, it was very sexual.
Like, I don't understand, like, if you're gonna make a fanfic of something, recreate the story or do something else.
They recreated the story.
But they always they recreate it with a lot of sexual connotations and a lot of explicitly,
Yeah, it was it was ridiculous.
Like...
It was very over the top.
Yeah,
I think the last time he was on, whenever he read gay novels. Well, no, this one was an original one. The last time he was on.
Oh, so it was an erotica.
Yeah, it was a gay erotica about a world where everyone is sentient donuts. No, sorry. It's a world where sentient donuts exist.
Okay.
And they're all homosexuals, and
how?
They just are. They're sentient donuts.
No, how do they? Okay.
It's a gay novel.
I'm just trying to understand how they would. Is there the donut ball who's also gay floating around sticking itself inside donuts?
No. It was just the normal donut with the hole in it. There was no donut holes. There were donut holes, but there were no like donut holes where it's just like the cutout in the middle. Yeah. And
I'm just trying to understand how that would work.
That one was pretty funny because of the fact that sex with donuts was banned, so it was an illegal thing.
Oh, so humans were having sex with the donuts?
Yeah. And it became illegal. It was illegal, so you had to go to the right nightclub and say the right way to ask to go to a glazing
this is
show.
A book?
Yeah. Yeah, he only read an excerpt of a chapter, and it was great. It was just because it was donuts. Oh, it was so good.
That's so
yeah.
stupid.
Anyways, so those are the 4 highlights. of the 30-hour stream. There was definitely a lot of great moments, but those are just the 4 that I'm like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the time that guy read a gay novel.
I'm glad you went to the gay, because that's a segue.
Oh, yeah, I'm done with mine, yeah.
Alright, so at work, at every job, and maybe it's because of the way I sit, the way I do stuff, whatever, I'm always like, pointed out as being gay, and I'm like, no, I'm not gay. I just do things my way, right? So, there's this guy there, I'm not gonna give his name, but since day 1 that I met him, he's like, you're gay. I'm like, no. He's like, you're super gay. I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. So, what I always do in any of these situations as this continue on, like, past a certain point of me being like, I told you I'm not gay, I proceed to just be gay. Like,
you would.
It's like, if you're just going to accept that and say whatever you wish and not accept my side of it, fine, I'll just play along. I don't care. So the other day, I walked up to him and stuck something in his pocket. Just like, it was a piece of paper that had gotten, I don't even know why we had paper on it. I don't know why we had paper. We shouldn't have that paper that we had. But anyways, it was crumpled up and I was like, and he bent over doing something, so I just slid it in his back pocket. Like, super weird, too. I was like, yeah. I just slid it in his back pocket. And he kept doing what he was doing, but he looked at me. And I walked by, I was like, hey. And went to my spot. And he gets up, reaches his hand in his back pocket, pulls it out, and just throws it. And we continued doing something. Another guy there was listening. He's like, James, sometimes you're super weird. And I'm like, I know, but it's on purpose. And he's like, okay. And the guy that I stuck the paper in was like, stop being so fucking gay. I'm like, I'm not being gay. You wanted that in your back pocket, didn't you? He's like, what? I'm like, you didn't even read my love letter to you. Why?
Did you actually write something on it?
No.
I didn't think so.
I just grabbed a piece of paper I found. And like, I don't know. I've just been having fun with it because they've been getting super weird about it lately.
Did he ever come back to you being like, there wasn't anything written on that paper?
I don't know. No, he comes up and talks to me and just chit chats, but like, no, he didn't say anything about it.
Because if he did,
I actually pointed out to him the other day. I was like, as much as you call me out for being gay, I'm starting to question if you're gay. Because, like, there's quite a bit of chicks there that think he's an attractive human being. And I'm like, I guess if, you look at him and it's like, sure, he could be attractive, could be. But, like, he'll just hang out with the dudes. And, like, they flirt with him and shit like that. And, like, he'll sometimes talk to some of the chicks. But, like, for the most part, he doesn't. And I'm like, you're considered attractive by the terms of all of the, like, at least 4 of the females that I know of. And, like, he doesn't flirt with any of them. But he'll, like, cut up and goof off and flirt with all of us guys back there. And I'm like,
Does he have a girlfriend?
No.
It's kind of like me.
I mean, I don't know.
If I'm at work, I try to not do anything with the females.
See, like, that's my thought process. At work, like, I'll talk to some of them. Like, there's this girl there now that just one day was calling someone a queen. Like, it was my first day meeting her. And I think it was her first day on the job.
Queen.
Yeah, she called someone a queen. She's like, you go, girl, you're a queen. And I was like, I want to be a queen. And she was like, you are a queen, James. I was like, yes. And like, since then, she's like come up to me and been like, I bow before you, my queen. And I'm like, you are fantastic. Like, she has made working there absolutely a joy. Because, like,
that's good.
Anytime she's there, like, she'll just be genuinely friendly, goofy, or whatever. And then, like, that's about it. She's
just genuinely friendly and goofy.
Yeah, she's just a goofy person. I'm like, I will miss you. You're one of the few people here that I will miss. But yeah, so I wanted to get serious though for a second. Not serious. It doesn't have to be serious at all, actually. But it is a serious type of conversation. Your opinion on shagging a married person. Either side. What is your opinion on And now I'll set up the platform or the stage. So, said human being is not happy in the relationship. But said human being also doesn't want to end said relationship. Right? Weird, right?
That is weird, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's something that I've noticed that a lot of people that do cheat have that same mindset and mentality, which is I don't want anything to like be ruined, but I'm going to ruin this thing by inviting someone else into a private party, essentially. Is it okay to shag that random human being?
Is it okay?
I mean, okay,
to shag that random? No.
I mean, okay,
the answer is no.
Okay, bad wording. Because yes, no, the answer should always be no.
The answer is no.
Alright.
Oh, I just got texted by a married woman.
But I don't know how to ask it because it comes down to like, what is your opinion then on shagging a random person that's married? Because the way I look at it is, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it with or without you.
All right, that's a good point. That's a good point. So I guess the question then is, do you want to be involved with that?
Exactly. So it comes down to, is it okay for you? Do you feel like it is okay to do something of such nature? Why would you not if you chose not to, and why would you?
It is not okay with me to do something of such nature. Because there's a commitment. This actually kind of ties back into the last big conversation we had, which was about, is marriage even should marriage even be a thing?
Yeah.
In our current generation, and I stand firmly by yes, it should. I think it's a great thing. It's a good. It's good to have a family unit, and it's good to have a devotion that is a commitment that you swear before God. I think that's a great thing to have.
Because marriage for that, you can swear before God without that.
That is what a marriage is.
Yeah.
The paperwork and all that was brought in by the legal system.
Yeah, which is dumb.
The actual thing of being like, we're going to swear this commitment before God, but then that's where you also have to have both people actually believe God exists, and both people believe that there would be retribution and punishment for breaking a commitment to God.
Now that I think about that, sorry, you're saying that, and it made me think, how many people who are atheists go and get married?
Oh, a lot.
And like, marriage generally is done by a pastor or someone who's ordained, and they do still speak about God a lot of times. Like,
they're making a commitment before someone they don't believe in.
Yeah, like that's so crazy to me. Okay, sorry, continue.
Oh, but no, so based on that, I don't think that you should be getting between that commitment. Even like you were saying, that it's like, well, the person's going to do it with or without me, because they're clearly making strides towards
that
cheating.
Yeah, towards that decision.
Do you want to be the one that goes before God whenever He says, yeah, they had a commitment together, and then brings you up and is like, hey, so you totally helped this person.
You're just as guilty as that person.
You really want that?
See, this is something I thought about. All right. So I was talking to someone about love and what love actually means, and because they got upset that they said someone that they were with told them that they love another human being as much as they love them. And they believe that's not possible. Alright? And I'm like, that's an interesting idea of it, that you believe it's not possible. So I had to ask them why they didn't believe it's not possible. And they're like, because how can you love someone else just as much as you say you love this, as they say they love me? And I'm like, simple, because love is love. Whether or not you want to believe it or you don't, putting an amount, a stipulation, a thing on love immediately makes it not love. It makes it a desire and no longer love. And they're like, how? I'm like, because I think you can literally love everybody the same level, which may seem weird because then you're like, well, but you're marrying that person and not marrying that person. How can you say you love them all at the same level? It's like, simple. Because I want to be with them does not mean I love them less than I love that person.
Yeah, I have to agree with you entirely.
And so, like...
The thing is, that's why I think that a lot of other languages have gotten it a lot better than we have. Because in English, we just have love. And love can mean a countless number of things. Where in other languages, they have a specific type of thing that's like
Everything
this
has
love,
its
that
own
love,
love.
this
Yeah.
love, that love. And the way that I can say, well, I love you, I love my daughter, I love this woman, I love my dad, I love chicken.
Yeah.
Those are all very different loves. But I would say that they're all like right there on like it's like, yeah, I feel as strongly about this person as I do about that person, but it's just that it's like this love is this way and that love is that way.
Yes.
But it's all love.
And that's the thing.
And I feel that strongly about them all. And if you want to break it down more specifically, for all of you out there in the YouTube world wondering what I actually mean by that, I do believe that a individual can have romantic feelings that are just as strong for one person as they are for another.
Yeah, I totally think so.
And then they can make the choice that this is the one I'm going to be with.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean they don't have as strong of feelings for anybody else.
Yeah, no, not at all. I don't think you should. I don't think you as a person should try to find a measurement for their love versus their love for someone else. If someone's like, yeah, I love this person as much as I love you, or I love this human being, or whatever, don't try to find something where there's not. Because what she wanted was an explanation as to why they love that person. And she's like, I don't get it. She's like, I've loved other people, but I've left them and whatever. I'm like, then you didn't love them the same way. I'm like, you desired them, you lusted after them. But loving someone to me means literally just that. You love them. It doesn't fade, it doesn't go away. It's just love. Like, that's why I've always hated, like, when people are like, I fell out of love with you. I'm like, then you didn't love me. You didn't love me. Don't use that word. And, like, any relationship I've ever been in, really, they get upset when I'm like, I don't really say I love you back. It's like, if I love you, I'm going to say the words I love you. It's awkward for me to say it anyways, but, like, if I genuinely mean it, that's what I'll say. Because to me, love is just that. Like, I care deeply about you enough that I'll do whatever I can to help you. Not enough to kill myself for you, because I don't think you should ever love someone that much. In the sense of, like, not Jesus level of nonsense, but I'm talking
You wouldn't die for someone?
Would I die for someone? I would protect someone.
Yeah.
I would protect someone.
Even to the point that protection would get you killed?
There's like 4 people in my life that I would do that for, that's it. Like, everyone else, no. Because that's just crazy. To me, that's crazy. Like, and to say that you take a bullet for someone, and plus, we've had this conversation before, where like, you can't say you will do something until that's presented before you. So, I can honestly say there's 4 people in my life that I want to. Should anything happen that I would do that for? Can I guarantee it? I'm a selfish human being, so probably I couldn't guarantee that until the moment arises. But either way.
I totally agree with that. Just based on the example that Josh used to give me, where he was like, dude, I would totally rock a zombie apocalypse and blah, blah, blah. And he'd go over all these things, and we were always just like, Josh, no, I don't believe you. Because when you get put in that situation where you have a gun in your hand and you have to pull the trigger, you're going to hesitate. You're not going to be able to just pull that trigger without thinking about it. You're going to see this loved one.
Not without training.
Yeah.
Even with training, if it's a loved one.
Even with training, if it's a loved one, it's like, oh, what?
And then they torture you and attack you and rip off your face.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, sorry, it's not that easy. You have to be a cold-blooded, heartless son of a female dog.
Honestly, no, you really...
To be able to say without a doubt, 100%, that you would be able to kill someone you love.
Yeah, you have to be a heartless cat in order to do that. Like, there's no way around it. Like, as much as people are like, I could survive this, it's like, yeah, but you're surrounded by people you love. Could you actually?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly. That I kind of feel like I took it off the topic a little bit, and I didn't mean to.
But that's the whole thing, though, is love does come down to, like,
there's a bunch of different types.
Yeah.
And then, yes, you can feel the same type of love for multiple people.
For multiple people. And that's why one thing I've
that's where
noticed
self-control comes
jealousy is a thing.
Oh, dude, jealousy is
because,
important.
like, jealousy is important? Okay. I want to know why you think jealousy is important.
Because you should always have enough self-value that you think that no one else should come before you.
I have a lot of self-value, but I also don't at the same time. Like,
now, the thing is, in a relationship, I think jealousy needs to be mitigated as much as possible.
That's what I was getting at. Like,
it needs to be mitigated as much as possible, but you should never, like... Because being jealous is one thing, but coveting is the sin.
Yes. Coveting someone else's...
Which would be being jealous of the things they have, but that's when you take it to another level of you actually covet it. And you're like, I want to have it.
Coveting someone else's person, something else.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. So I'm in a relationship. You and I are in a relationship together, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you start talking to someone else and I get jealous. That's fine. Because I should have enough self-value to be like, wait, I think that I should have all of that.
Yes.
But it's another thing to covet and be like, I'm going to do whatever I can to steal James away from you.
Yeah. And see... That is where my thought process with her came from, which was that she was upset about the dude.
I hope I explained that well. I think I did. I don't know.
At least I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so that could be our connection. Who knows?
20 years.
But like she was wanting to say that like she got upset because he said that. My thought process, I'm like, that's just jealousy. It has nothing to do with the fact that he knew this person for as long as he's the person that she's upset at is like he's known that other one way longer. And so the fact that he could tell her that he loves her just as much, if not more, than the other one, I'm like, that should mean something to you. Because like the other person he chose to have a life with and all this other stuff. So it's crazy to me. You got really crazy all of a sudden.
I have a response.
Okay.
Okay. That is the problem I've had with a lot of my past relationships. They all get mad at me because there's a woman that I've always loved.
Oh, no.
I text her, I hang out with her, and nothing bad ever happens. But they still get mad. Because how could I love another woman? Love another woman? Love another woman? Even more than them.
I think that's the problem there, the wording choice there.
Yeah.
But like, no, I've had that issue too with relationships, like prospective relationships. I would say because I haven't really dated anyone in a hot minute.
Oh, and to clarify, that is Madeline Clarabelle.
Yeah.
Is the one I'm talking about.
Definitely who you're talking about.
Well, of course, you know me for 20 years, but I just, for the people out on the YouTubes that are like, I wonder what he's talking about. Madeline Clarabelle.
Yeah. No, exactly. And like, but I've had that moment where like in relationships I've been like, yeah, there's just one person, and I'm like, oh, they'll probably always have my heart. Like, I don't see that ever changing. I talk to them. I love talking to them. They're fantastic. Nothing ever is going to transpire. But like, still love them. And like, we have great conversations and all this other stuff, but like, that's as far as it ever goes, so you can't get jealous or get mad when I choose to talk to this person. Because it's just, that's all there is. It's like, yes, I love them as much as I love you. That's it. Nothing more is going to ever happen beyond that.
It's time to wrap up.
Is it time to wrap up?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's time
I
to
still
wrap
think
up.
we have an interesting audio.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, we technically have like 3 more minutes, but I think it's like we should go ahead and get wrapped up. Is there anything you want to finalize? Any final statements? Cause like,
yeah, because I did start off with the whole marriage thing. So my thought process on it, because you said, I didn't start off with it, but you know what I'm talking about.
That was like...
No, because all that was led into love, all right? All that led into love for me to come around to finish with this.
Okay.
Is that if that person actually loved their significant other, there would have never been an option for something to take place. Because as much as I've been like, yeah, you can love another human being and yada, 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 but love
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
That option would have never taken place. What if, so I propose to you a counter proposal.
Okay.
What if one member is fully committed, the other member cheats regularly, which breaks the heart of one member who is still fully committed, and then they choose to? What does that mean?
That's just called revenge, and that's still not okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just like, is that going to change your statement at all?
No.
You still have the same. Okay, cool, perfect.
Which is literally this: you should, if you actually truly and genuinely love someone, yes, you can love multiple people, but if you choose to be with someone, you chose to be with that person. You should never cheat on them. Now that being said, I said I'm okay with helping someone cheat. You know why? Because they don't care. Done. That's my reasoning. They don't care enough about their significant other or anything that's going on in their life to genuinely
Sing
not. I don't know what to sing on that. I'm just feeling right now. So you should love the other one as much as you say you do, as much as the sun shall rise and shine. When you say I love you, will you really mean it too? 'Cause if you don't, what are you doing? So love everyone. But if you choose to say I do, then you should love and hold on to that only boo, that only one. And don't cheat on them, please. Love everyone. But if you choose to say I do, then love that only one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright. Peace, guys. Love you.
Yeah. Do you feel like you summarized what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay,
I said it before we started singing.
Oh, okay, perfect.